Talking royal, Meghan Markle is rebranding herself on the new Netflix lifestyle show with Love Meghan, which has a lot of haters trolling her online. Yeah. See what you think. Watch.
We're not in the pursuit of perfection.
Woke us all up.
We're in the pursuit of joy. Love is in the details.
I have to do it totally wrong to get it totally right. Look at what we made. Guy snoring.
Okay, she's getting a lot of flack. People are saying it looks boring, that she's unrelatable, and that it feels contrived. Of course, you know, these are the haters,
They
too.
just want to hate on her.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, I'm watching every single episode. I loved the trailer. I loved the promo. When Martha Stewart first started doing this, no one was saying all these things. This has more to do with the fact that people want to hate on Meghan Markle than I think, you know, this topic. I garden, as all of you know. I've got 1 million animals. I raise bees and cultivate honey. She's doing things that...
I don't know.
There go my beautiful garden.
How does she have time to do this
That's what I say, respectfully, and I love Meghan Markle, but my favorite Meghan Markle is the one who's doing charitable works abroad, meeting with underprivileged kids. This felt just, it's beautifully shot.
Why does she have to be one-dimensional?
It just feels a little bit maybe tone deaf. I feel like people are struggling to make ends meet. You're working around the clock. You're maybe microwaving a meal because you got to feed your kids, work, and get a bunch done. I would love to have like pretty pastries and honey and all that. Okay, wait, like I don't have time.
You know, can I say something to you
because
about
they
that?
can't afford the grocery stores
I do like
anymore.
that
You know
aspect.
something? During the Depression, when I was born, no. During the Depression, back in like 1929, Hollywood only had movies about rich people.
That's true, that were aspirational.
Because, not just that, people were like sick of seeing themselves in poverty-stricken. They wanted to see how rich people were doing. So sometimes it works to see somebody who's married to a prince, who's beautiful, who knows how to garden and make cupcakes.
Actually, put it that way, I might like it. A different shift of what I'm reading about is not just that it's wealthy or aspirational, but that it lacks a certain authenticity. And what I mean by that is we're living in a time of not Martha Stewart, not printed magazines, it's Instagram, social media, trying to reveal what your real feelings are. It's all about transparency. And she's shooting all this, like saying, come into my kitchen.
Social media is all about transparency.
Wait, Sunny,
that's the highlight reel. People lie on social media.
Sunny, wait 1 second. It's the YouTube of like showing behind the scenes. This isn't her kitchen. So what she's doing is she's saying, come to my home. This is what my life looks like. But it's a rented property. So I think it's this feeling of Jennifer Garner had my pretend cooking show that she did, and people love it. But it's in her kitchen.
So that people can go and show up, and all the haters can show up to her real house.
No, you don't have to give them the address. But my point is that like you can show people an insight because I didn't know she could do it. Bravo to all her skills. I can't do that. But I think if you're going to sell it as like I bring in my close friends, we're having coffee. It's a kitchen table, but it's not your kitchen table, and you rented the house, and it's a location shoot. It just misses something there.
Listen, I don't know if you've ever had shooting in your house, but it's incredibly intrusive, particularly if you've got children and you know, and pets and other things around.
And you're raising a royal.
What I found out
differently there.
Yeah, okay, what I found out though was she's actually not rebranding herself. She's kind of going back to her old brand because before the Tig. Before she married Harry, she had a lifestyle blog that people loved.
Yeah, she's
and she's going back to all of that. What I didn't get, and I still don't get, is people whose, I guess, existence, raison d'etre, is just trolling and hating on Instagram. That's why on Twitter. That's how they exist. That's getting the clicks and the coverage from doing that. We're hating on her. When you go on Twitter or you go on Instagram and you start bitching and moaning about Meghan Markle, you know what's going to happen? The algorithm is going to flood you with more material about Meghan Markle.
No, there's a lot of and we could all afford to be kinder online and not look for ways to attack people just because we disagree with them. But I think, listen, there is an audience for this. I absolutely, now that I'm thinking about it, I would fall asleep to this. I think the one thing is we have to...
I'm the audience.
There's a lot that a lot of people are struggling, and I think just showing that sort of sensitivity to the moment that we're living in, that we can't all have these gorgeous kitchens and these taking our time to make like 3-course meals and having honey and trees and all that.
Yeah,
that was
but
my
I don't have
issue.
a problem with that stuff. I would say if you're going to show us your friends, maybe meet out at a coffee thing and do a we're all real friends, because it feels like you're selling. When I watched the promo, I was like, oh, this is so sweet. I had to be told this isn't her home. This is a show.
She's digging in the dirt, people. She's digging in the
someone
dirt. She's
else's
showing
garden.
people how to.
They're jealous. They're just jealous because
I just wanna see-
she's pretty, she's successful, and
No, I love her.
she bagged herself a prince.
But you know
Yeah.
what?
I love
And if
her. I
don't-
just
if
wasn't
you
my
don't-
favorite.
If you don't like her, if you don't like the show, then don't freaking watch it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it.